The third attack is the attack from the right. That's the scariest attack. If you remember, I spent 2 khutbahs explaining that attack. Attack from the right is, when Shaitan attacks from the right, he attacks from self-righteousness. The attack from the right is, I'm better than someone else. My good deeds are more than somebody else. Or your focus is on bad deeds of somebody else. In your mind, you and I think we are only here to correct everybody. We are only here to fix everybody. Your focus is never yourself. Your focus is always somebody else. Do you know what happens when somebody starts thinking like that in their mind? What happens? I'm guilty of that. That's why I'm explaining it to you. I'm sharing it with you because I'm guilty of that. In their mind, they think that they own their good deeds. If I've done a Hajj, it's a huge accomplishment I accomplished. If I gave a khutbah, it's a huge accomplishment I have. If I memorize the Quran, it's a huge accomplishment I have. No, it's not yours. Any good deed that you and I have done, it's a gift from Allah. You don't earn them. I don't earn them. That was a gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Guidance is something that I can never earn. Guidance is something that I can never own. Guidance is something that I can never take credit of. As a matter of fact, I will never own it, and I will always beg Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for it. Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim. Every single salah, I will always beg Allah. So the more good deeds you do, the more you should become humble. Ya Allah, tera shukr hai. Ya Allah, I'm so grateful to you for giving me another opportunity, for giving me another opportunity, for giving me another opportunities. Our good deeds are not supposed to make us feel better than anybody else. Our good deeds are supposed to make us buried under Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's favor. I was listening to Sheikh Suhaib and he said something really amazing, and I hope I don't butcher it. He said when somebody really acknowledges that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has favored them so much, they become more and more humble, right? And being humble means being lowered. That's what being humble means, huh? Being humble means being lowered, like you are buried under someone's favor. You and I, we are buried so much under Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's favor. We are so little that my and my Rabb's distance is infinite. The distance between me and my Rabb is infinite. Like Allah is supremely high and I'm supremely low. And when you realize how low you are and how much buried you are under Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's favor, and the weight of Allah's favor is so much on you, when you realize that, then the person sitting next to you, the people sitting in front of you, even if you are like an inch taller than them, because you are so buried under Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's favor, even that 1 inch that you are better than them, or 1 inch that you are taller than them, it's nothing as compared to the distance between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the distance between me and you of better and worse, the distance between us of who is better and who is worse, it becomes irrelevant. It becomes irrelevant. I'm not even concerned about it. Why? Because I am so overwhelmed by the overwhelming favors of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm so humiliated and I'm so overwhelmed. That's what the good does. That's what the right does. Our good deeds, the good deeds that we do, are supposed to make us feel more and more humble. And let me tell you, I'm guilty of that. That's why I'm sharing all of these things with you. But when you do something good for the community, for other people, not for your own self, when you do something good for other people, people will come to you and they will praise you. And it will start getting into your head. And then you may think that, mashallah, I'm pretty amazing. I'm an asset to this community. I'm a gift to this community. No, you're not. You will be gone. And the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will go on. Islam will go on. Book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will go on. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will use His other, better, more humble slave for His deen. You are not an asset to Allah. I'm not an asset to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm honored to be able to serve Him. I'm not better because I serve Him. Do you guys understand the difference here? I cannot even think about that when I compare myself to someone who is a non-Muslim. Sometimes I think we are better than them because a brother asked me this masla, an innocent masla. He literally wants to know the ruling. It wasn't like he wants to put someone down. But because we have this concept embedded in our head, he asked me this masla. And he asked me this question. He said, if I touch or if I shake hand with a non-Muslim, do I have to do wudu again? Do I have to do wudu again? And that's not his fault. I'm happy that he asked. But that's the concept we have. that they are non-Muslims, we are better than them. No, they are the children of Adam alayhi salam. وَلَقَدْ كَرَّمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ. We are not made خَيْرَ أُمَّةٍ أُخْرِجَتْ مِنَ النَّاسِ. We are not made the best nation of the people. No, أُخْرِجَتْ لِلنَّاسِ. We are made the best nation for the people, not of the people. We are better, we are not better than everybody else. We are better for everybody else. Do you guys understand the difference here? So this idea of even when you did engage in good deeds, you do good deeds, Shaitan come in a very sneaky way and he gives you this sense of loftiness, this sense of self-righteousness, self-importance. The only way to counter that attack of Shaitan is to be grateful to Allah. Every single time Allah gives you an opportunity to serve Him, raise your hands to Allah and say to Allah, Ya Allah tera shukr hai. Ya Allah, I'm grateful to you. You know, there's a litmus test that I want to share with all of you, that I do it for myself now, because I'm guilty of all of these things. All these things that I've shared with you, I'm guilty of that. So I've learned this litmus test from one of my teachers, and I recommend it for all of you, inshallah. When you do something good for someone, you teach something to someone, you give charity to the masjid, you build a wudu area, you mashallah help our masjid repairing this roof. You help someone, somebody wanted to move out of the apartment, you help them move furniture. Or somebody wanted to learn Quran, you taught them Quran. Whatever service you did for other people, when they don't appreciate you, they don't remember what you did for them, and you feel upset, you feel angry. You know what it means? It means there is still a little bit of devil inside of you. Because when you did something for other people, you didn't do it for them, you did it for what? You did it for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah has recorded it. You should be happy now that Allah gave you another opportunity to serve. You should be happy. No more expectation from other people. I didn't do it for them. I did it for someone who has recorded it, and he knows, and it's enough for me, and I'm happy. I'm grateful to Allah that He has recorded it. If I say to myself, I do it many times, if I say to myself, I have to prepare this khutbah, I have to prepare this khutbah, I have to prepare this khutbah, and I hope that tomorrow, mashallah, many people show up. And most of the times when I come, there are only 2 rows of people. There are only 2 rows of people, most of the time when I come. It's a hall of 500 people, and there's only 5 people sitting when I come. So now if I become upset, why there's only 2 people? Only 2 people came, what's the problem? Then there is a problem with me. This is a problem with me, because if I'm doing it for a recognition, if I'm doing it for a crowd, I'm no longer grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The fact that Allah gave me opportunity every single Friday to sit here and to serve the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The fact that Allah gives me opportunity every single Friday to share something with you that Allah gave me, I should be just grateful to Allah for that. Ya Allah, I'm grateful to you for that opportunity. Everything else, I won't let anything else get into my head. Everything else is from Shaitan. So this way, inshallah, you will be able to counter that. This is a litmus test.